This is CBS.
Crank it up! From Stage 29 at Paramount Studios on Melrose Avenue in the heart of Hollywood, California, in these United States. On the planet we call Earth, it's the Arsenio Hall Show starring Arsenio Hall. Tonight, Arsenio welcomes Lily Tomlin, the star of horror actress Theresa Russell, and the fresh sounds of Tevin Campbell. Hi, I'm Burton Richardson, and now Palm Springs, Winnetka, Silver Bay, Tacoma, and all points north, south, east, and west. It's Arsenio Hall!
Yes, hello. Good to see you all. Thanks for coming. My posse right here. Love having y'all. Every night. Yeah. Oh. And those are people over there who think that Lily Tomlin should take her search for signs of intelligent life in the universe to Capitol Hill tomorrow, but be prepared to come back empty-handed. Yes. Very long-winded opinions, those people. Yes. Welcome to the Arsenio Hall Show. I'm him. And for those of you who fly a lot, interesting news. If you fly Northwest Airlines, you're going to discover they have something new they'll be offering you. It's a new service. Northwest flights that are longer than 2 hours now will have a 5-minute airplane aerobic workout break. While you're strapped in your seat there, they'll have a, you know about this, they have a little work. And I was thinking about it. When I'm sitting in one of those cramped coach seats, what you really want is something that'll make that heavy-set guy next to you sweat more, you know? Yeah, this is what I need. This is what I need. Yes. I need Tubby doing this next to me. That's what I need. Oh, man. Yeah, they offer exercise. And here's something interesting. For those of you who fly first class, they offer liposuction. So, thank you, thank you. You hear about this artist? What's his name? Who? Christo or something?
Christo, yeah.
Christo.
Yeah.
Okay. You've heard about this guy?
Uh-huh.
He took 3,100 umbrellas now and placed them in locations in Japan and California. And that's art. Sounds like highbrow littering to me, but he thinks this is art, and it's not the first outdoor project he's done. He constructed like a 24-mile nylon fence in California once. He wrapped a bridge in Paris in fabric. He surrounded an island near Florida in fabric. You remember that? And a lot of people consider him a creative genius. See, I'm no art expert, but I think this is a guy with too much damn time on his hands. What is he doing? It's like that old story, the emperor, what is
Emperor in his new clothes.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah.
Everybody's afraid to say, you're an idiot, you're an idiot, what are you doing? You know, here you go. Art, that's art, right there.
Yeah.
That's some art, right there. Here you go. 5 million for this right here, you know? There's art. What kind of silly art is that, you know? You're gonna have people throwing beer cans out of their car window. It's art, you know? With police stopping them saying, yeah, here's my art right here. Right here. A couple of them tickets would solve that problem. According to a report in the LA Times, the Los Angeles Board of Supervisors, in addition to metal detectors that they have down there. They're not going to have bulletproof desk blotters, okay? And these can be used as shields in case of attack. True story, true story. And the supervisors say that all these security methods are necessary in Los Angeles because they often have to deal with vicious gun-carrying thugs in their boardroom. And I started thinking about it. That's true. The LAPD officers go down there all the time, you know, and you gotta think about that, you know? See, y'all clapping, but on the way home, I'm gonna be like, hey, it was a joke, man. It was a joke. Oh, not the chokehold, please. I'm a comedian. I look like a pimp now, don't I? Oh, yeah. I have a monitor here, and I caught myself in the monitor, and just for a second, in my mind, I saw this. So, where my money, bitch? What's up? Where my money? Oh, gosh. What else is in the news? This is better, right? So I was reading the Times today. Just changes your whole demeanor. Bush summoned Clarence Thomas to the White House. You read about this? Interesting. He told Thomas that the allegations of sexual harassment have not shaken Mr. Bush's faith in Clarence. And he added that he was about to leave town, and he told Clarence, stay away from Barbara, man. No. Oh, gosh. Now, when I read this, because he did say, you know, my faith has not been shaken, and when I read this, I said, well, if Bush has confidence in Clarence Thomas, I should have confidence in him, I guess, you know? But then I thought, Bush chose quail. Yeah. You see what I mean now? Yeah. Let me see how you all feel. Show by your applause how many still have faith in Clarence Thomas. Yeah. Few people? Yeah. That's interesting. See, I don't know who's lying, but I do know one thing. When I see a Supreme Court justice sitting on the bench doing this, I want him to be weighing both sides of an issue, not fantasizing about LaToya, you know what I mean? You know? You know what I'm saying? Bad host? I think not. Look under my robe. There's a new issue of Playboy. What else is going on? Let's see. No, but you know, this guy's gonna be there for life, right? Doesn't he stay for life?
Yeah, if he gets a gig.
We don't want 8 guys in robes and 1 in a raincoat, you know? You know what I mean? Hey, Anita! Let's see if I can make a crowd actually come out and beat me up on the air. That's oh, I have an impression for you. Here's something you'll like. Here's something you'll like. Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you. This is an impression of Michael Dukakis sitting studying the field of Democratic candidates for the up-and-coming 1992 presidential election. Him studying the Democratic candidates. And they think I got my ass whipped. Thank you very much. Thank you. Give me a real one, man. I nailed that one. I nailed that one. Yes. 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 Give me one. From my producer. Yes. Boom. Yes. Yes. You know, I like it much better when she does it. Here, you come here. You produce, and you come over here. Let me change it permanently from now on. You're the leader of the posse now.
Right,
Okay. And I'll be doing impressions every damn night, 3-4 times a night now, just so I can do that. You want to give me some funk?
Yeah.
What?
Let's have a beat. How do you turn it?
Oh, it's on. It's on, yeah. We got a great show for you. Tevin Campbell is here. From the movie Whore. Actress Theresa Russell is here. Lily Tomlin is here. My producer, Monologue is in the house. Get off. Let's get busy.
At Nick's Cafe, the help is friendly
But I gotta tell you something.
You know, I'd rather you didn't.
I got a crush on you.
and the service is fast.
I'm asking you out with me.
Just asked her out.
But if you're looking for romance, that's another story.
Frankie?
Johnny?
Ooh, I just got goosebumps. Do you know that song?
Frankie and Johnny!
Al Pacino, Michelle Pfeiffer,
Get out!
Frankie and Johnny.
She's falling for me.
Rated R. Starts Friday, October 11th at theaters everywhere.
Only in People. Once beaten and broken, courageous Miss America reveals her gentle lover's violent side, why she returned for more and more, how she finally escaped. Then Full House's nice John Stamos, now a bad guy. People. Pick up a copy today.
The friends you trusted are still the best kind of friends. Hug like Mickey. When you give him a hug, Mickey's face lights up with love. Hug like Mickey, designed by Mattel, making friends you can believe in.
Born of the finest natural ingredients, then brewed and aged with extra care for that clean, crisp, cold taste. The taste only Budweiser can deliver.
And we'll toast and cheer with the king of beers.
The king of beers.
Nothing beats a Bud.
This is a commercial for this clever little portable CD player from Magnavox, the inventors of CD technology. I'm sorry, actually, this is a commercial for the ingenious Magnavox 13-inch TV with a built-in VCR. I'm sorry, this is really a commercial for this brilliant 52-inch TV with 100-watt Dolby surround sound. I'm sorry, wrong again. This is supposed to be a commercial for this Magnavox 386 notebook computer. Hang on, we haven't finished. Oh, I'm sorry.
The ingenious products from Magnavox. They're smart, very smart.
The Arsenio Hall Show is brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers with that clean, crisp, cold taste. Nothing beats a Bud.
Join me tomorrow when my guest will be Mimi Rogers, who has a very unusual film called Rapture that I saw the other night. Very interesting, though. A Different Worlds, Dawn Lewis will be here. And Grammy Award winner Young MC will be here. That should be fun. Yes. That's a good show. My first guest has created some incredible characters over the years. Ernestine, Edith Ann. And she brings several more characters to life in her new film, The Search for Signs of Intelligent Life in the Universe. Please welcome Lily Tomlin. for all that you do. That's for you. You know what? You were raised in a Baptist church?
You're so pretty, you know.
Oh.
You are really handsome.
Thank you. I had never been called pretty, but I like pretty and handsome.
That's your hair, you know. Hair makes you really pretty, really nice. Anyway, yes, I was.
I had no idea. What kind of Baptist church are you from? I'm from one of them hip-slapping...
Well, mine is more white, but still... but still Southern, you know, a little better, but not like a black Baptist church, you know, no way. But I grew up in Detroit, so I used to go, like, to Father Divine, and I used to go to the different churches in Detroit, you know, and where they were really something to see.
Yeah.
You know, and the ladies used to wear those white uniforms, and they have on a stick, they'd have a feather. You know, and if you nodded off during church, they'd tickle the back of your neck.
Oh!
You never saw that?
Well, I've jumped up like this, but I thought it was God, you know? It's like, I'm sorry, Lord. I didn't know it was, Detroit is cool. I lived in Inkster for a year.
Did you?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, absolutely. You know where Inkster is? Yeah. Now, did you get a lot of comedy from your upbringing in Detroit and Baptist church?
I think so. You know, my parents were Southern. I grew up in a black neighborhood. I lived in an old apartment house with all kinds of, you know, strange, wonderful, wacky, political, apolitical, educated, uneducated, you know.
Everything.
All kinds of people, yeah. And I would go to every single apartment and loved that each night. I'd go to a different apartment and hang out and do whatever they did, you know, like some places they were educated and we'd like read the New York Times or read the Britannica, and another place I might go and they might be communists and they'd give me a lot of Stalinist literature.
Yeah.
And then someplace else I might dance a chicken and eat donuts. And you know.
You know, you did something
all.
once, I mean, with my background of R&B, you did something once that took me apart. It was when Teddy and Barry White and everybody in between first hit Teddy Pendergrass, and you did a black guy, I forget his name.
Purvis Hawkins.
Damn, you threw down. Have you ever seen her do this guy named Purvis?
I can't do it here.
Oh, no, because you need all the, you had prosthetics.
No, I didn't have any prosthetics. I just had, you know, I don't know why he looked so tall. He was so beautiful, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You just like, when I saw him on the screen, I just like, oh, Purvis. I was mad for him, you know? Yeah. He was so soulful. He was so tall. He was so lanky. He was... I don't know why he looked like he was 6'4".
Yeah, because I thought he was taller and a little darker than you, even though he was a light-skinned black guy.
No, I didn't have any makeup on.
Really?
No, just hair, you know, but he had a nice close afro and a close beard, you know, and he was really sweet.
And why did you come up with that character? Where did that come from?
Well, I was doing, you know, a special called Lily for President. And so I was kind of doing a satire on the idea that, you know, show business or politicians can draw such diverse support to them, you know. So it was like a satire on the fact that I, as a candidate, had such grassroots popularity that I could draw a real soulful black singer to me and a punk performance artist to me and an old folky group, you know, that comes out of retirement. You know, so you have that range of celebrities.
Yeah, that was the most wonderful piece.
Oh, I love
I just
that.
want to take you back for a minute.
Okay.
Let's go back a little further. The Scarlet Angels.
Yes.
Tell them about the Scarlet Angels. Tell me.
Okay, well, well, you know, I went to Cass Tech High School, so it was really a kind of, is there someone here for real?
Someone who saw the school. It was like one clap and...
who dropped out.
Yeah. It's like...
So, anyway, in that high school, everybody was really, you had to be pretty smart to go to the high school. But still, some of us had yearnings for more street activity, you know? And so we, a bunch of us had a group called the Scarlet Angels, and we just tried to be hoodie and tough, you know? And we wore, you know, in those days you wore, you know, big felt skirts with poodles on them and maybe an old nylon cardigan sweater buttoned up the back, you know, with heavy pills on the underside of the forearm and just big old cinch belt, you know, looking bad in a big old tanker jacket and ballet shoes. I hitchhiked to Chicago from Detroit in December in a pair of ballet shoes. I did.
How did your mother deal with you going through all the things you went through? Lily in the hood. You know?
Well, she didn't deal with it. She just finally like threw up her hands, you know, and sat down. That's all.
Yeah, well, I'm glad because that way you got to keep creating.
Yeah. Well, now, but when you went to church, would you run down to see the preacher every Sunday?
Well, he was my father.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I bet not run. I bet not do nothing.
You
know?
didn't?
Yeah,
Was he really a great preacher?
Oh yeah, when it comes to that Baptist experience, he was very special. Very, very special.
I used to love to run down and catch a really good preacher, you know.
Yeah.
It's quite a show.
When you're in the neighborhood, the preacher is mayor. I mean, he gives you your inspiration to get through the rest of the week. He is the person you go to talk about. He's the doctor. You talk about marriages. I mean, the preacher was very important in my neighborhood.
Well, I don't think the white preachers were quite as, like, soulful myself. And so I used to live in fear of, like, going to hell from one Sunday to the next. Because I never went forward. I never went forward to get saved until I was about 10 or 11 years old. So until I was that old, every Sunday I thought it was so embarrassing to go forward, and confess your sins and cry, and I'd see adults carrying on. I was kind of embarrassed for them,
Yeah.
And
talking in tongues and shouting.
And so, but finally, because I lived in such pain from one Sunday to the next, worrying that I wasn't going to go to heaven, that I finally did go forward, Yeah.
Are you still
laid it all out.
very spiritual?
I think I'm spiritual.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay, that's enough.
Really?
That's a sufficient answer. We're going to take a commercial and come back with more Lily Tomlin.
With the lowest prices of the season at Carson's, I can make sure that Peter picks the perfect tie. Superman has a clean cape, but this is my last weekend to snap up the savings. Carson's anniversary sale. Great savings on fashions for my home, my family, and me.
Dick Clark for Chicago's Mix 102.
Only one Chicago radio station plays the perfect mix of music from yesterday and today. Mix 102. Mix 102 plays today's great artists like Phil Collins, Whitney Houston, and Billy Joel. And your favorites from yesterday, Elton John, The Supremes, and Beatles. Mix 102, Chicago's best mix of music.
Chicago's Mix 102. Always the best mix of music from yesterday and today.
Think fast. Think Tracer LTS. Think big. Think Tracer LTS. Think hot. Think Tracer LTS. The sporty compact from Mercury. Now stop thinking and start moving. Think Tracer LTS. All this and the quality of a Mercury.
He's alive, and he's here, and he wants revenge because I sent him to prison. Yo, man, if you don't trust me, at least trust my mean streak, homeboy.
Critics call Ricochet action chilling, scary, a flashy thriller.
I ain't afraid. I ain't scared to die for what I believe in. How about you, Odessa?
Yeah! Do it! You go on and you don't stop.
Denzel Washington, John Lithgow, Ice-T. Ricochet, rated R, now playing at a theater near you.
Their name, the Markdown Crew. Their mission, marking down prices at New York Carpet World. This week's orders, mark down everything.
Yes, sir.
Mark down every carpet, every brand, every style and color. Don't miss anything. Mark down every vinyl, every area rug and ceramic tile. Don't stop there. Mark down padding and labor. Give credit free with no interest, no payments till April. Don't rest until every price is slashed, everything reduced. Hurry. Shop by Saturday while everything's on sale at New York Carpet World.
With the lowest prices of the season at Carson's, I can make sure that Peter picks the perfect tie. Superman has a clean cape, but this is my last weekend to snap up the savings. Carson's anniversary sale. Great savings on fashions for my home, my family, and me.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Who says I have to grow up? And who says I have to be anything anyway?
Very good.
I got to be me. I got to be me.
You like boys?
Some of them I like them, some I do not.
Where did Edith come from? Edith Annish.
Well, I wanted to do a kid. I was on Laugh-In, and I was doing all kinds of other people and types and ages, and I wanted to do a kid, so I used to go to the Ice House in Pasadena and just, I'd say to the audience, I'm going to be a 5-year-old now, and just ask me questions. And then later, when I used to go on the road all the time, I'd find, years later, looking through the basement, I'd find boxes and boxes of tapes, you know, and you'd hear the car motor running. I'd be going from town to town, college to college, and I'd be talking for hours endlessly into the tape recorder, just doing Edith's voice, because I was trying to develop her voice, you know, and totally in love with her life.
Yeah. I've mentioned the movie a couple times. What's actually in this movie?
Well, first of all, there's it's hard, you know, I'll tell you, the movie is, as was the play, is so experiential that it's hard to say just in a linear way what it is, but I will try to.
Okay.
And that is, first of all, there's a bag woman in it called Trudy, who's in contact with aliens from outer space, and so she wears an umbrella hat, and the umbrella hat is a kind of satellite dish, and she can tune in all these other kinds of human beings. And so she's a kind of tour guide through humanity for these aliens, because they're here looking for signs of intelligent life, and they're looking at us, you know, to see if we've got the goods. And so in the course of the movie, you meet Agnes Angst, who's like a 15-year-old performance artist, and you meet her grandparents, Lud and Marie, and you meet a profoundly rich woman named Kate, who has a bad haircut, and is totally humiliated because, for instance, Kate would say, Kate, in the beauty shop, Kate is the kind of person, a kind of rich person who can't really go out in the streets and, you know, and face just a common person because she really has such low self-esteem herself. The only thing she has going for her is her position or her money, and she has to be perfect, you know, she has to be formidable in her appearance. And so if she goes to the beauty shop and by some terrible stroke of luck gets like a bad haircut where her hair gets chopped off on one side, real trendy, well, she's not classic anymore. She's not really pulled together. And in the beauty shop, she says to her friend, she says, I tell you, coming here today was so humiliating. Of course, her hair's all chopped off. And she says, there were people in the streets actually staring at my haircut, people who normally would be intimidated. So her, you know, I mean, that's really a very sad, telling thing about her. And Kate is really sort of, in a funny way, is a kind of emotional fulcrum for the, I know you like these words.
You know, and I'm listening, and I've seen your work. There's such development within the character, you know.
I get so carried away telling it, I know, I can't. You know,
some people just do voices, but I mean, you get into the psyche of the character and all that kind of stuff, which is what makes Purvis somebody I remember.
I love it that you love Purvis.
Oh,
there's 2 prostitutes in the movie, Tina and Brandy, and 3 women that go through the women's movement together. Anyway.
Wait. Now, do you play both prostitutes?
Oh, yeah. I play all these 12 characters. Another man in the movie is a guy named Paul, who's a sperm donor to a turkey baster baby. You know, in the early 70s, in the early days of the women's movement, if a woman wanted to inseminate herself, there were really no clinics to go to, so a lot of women used to inseminate themselves with the help of a friend, maybe with a turkey baster. And there are like little baster babies, you know, walking on the planet. And some of them are accomplished.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, but let me not just stop there. Let me say, the movie is really about all these people being emotionally and interconnected and impacting on one another in ways that they never know about. Some of them never find out. But as an audience, and then the audience also becomes a character in the movie, and it's a very beautiful kind of, you know, rapturous thing in my opinion, and the way everything is poetically tied together, and the kind of, I know in an audience, the kind of experience they get from it, because I lived through it night after night in the theater, you know, and then when we made the movie, my dream was to see if we could translate that experience to the screen. And no one knew if you'd be able to or not, and we went to the Seattle Film Festival, and at the theater there were about 800 people, you know, and I just waited for this moment, because at one point in the movie, see, Trudy's trying to explain to the aliens the difference between soup and art. And she shows them a can of Campbell's tomato soup, and she shows them a picture of Andy Warhol's painting of a can of Campbell's tomato soup, and they never can get it through the whole play, see. But finally, and then, I mean, it's hard to explain, but at the end, she turns it, oh, you want to see Trudy?
Yeah, we actually have a clip.
This is a different clip. This is a clip of her at Howard Johnson's.
Okay, let's look at it.
Where she hangs out.
I want to see it anyway.
Okay.
I need extra tartar sauce with that side of clams. And make it snappy, Howard. Everything looks so nice. Excuse me while I fluff up. My space chums are due any minute. Look at this side. Fresh as can be. We got a top-level meeting with Richard Leakey, Tim Leary. Settle some questions that we got about evolution. Seems like, you ask me, if evolution was worth its salt, it should have evolved something better than survival of the fittest. Yeah, I think a better idea would be survival of the wittiest. At least that way creatures that didn't survive could have died laughing.
With the way they're clapping, I got a feeling they'd like you to just do a little something here. I mean, look how they're clapping. Anything. Even if it's that much, anything of anything.
Well, I'm going to do two little short things. I'm going to do a small bit of, this is my very first monologue in my whole life, and it goes back a long, long time. And this is the world's oldest living beauty expert.
Okay.
And this is when I got my first big review in the New York Times. And now don't come in too close, because this is like scary. Wait, I have to undo my jacket.
Okay.
Oh, these beautifully tailored clothes. Yeah.
But you look good.
Thanks.
People have asked me for years, Madame Lupe, how have you maintained your youthful complexion? And I tell them, it's concentration and technique. Now this evening, we'll take any simple compound, in my case, Johnson's Glow Coat, and using only the very soft pads of the fingertips, we'll attack the eye area first. Round, round, round. Soothing and smoothing away those ugly scowl lines, tea stains, and aluminum pot marks. Next comes the most important portion of the regimen, and that to which I pay the most attention in my own beauty routine, the mouth. I want you to observe this wonderful exercise which I've invented. The difference. And the secret is technique of exercise. So you see, my dears, it is more, excuse me, achoo!
So that's how I that's how I work my way to fame and fortune.
Yeah. Yes. So you'll give us a little more.
No, okay. This is another character, an old character of mine.
Who likes water?
Well, you know, I've never been on before, and I'm just a little bit
parched.
Let me see if I can do this in sitting here. This is Mrs. Beasley, and she says, "Hi, I'm not a professional actress. I am a real person like yourself. About a month ago, I was shown some products designed to improve the sex lives of suburban housewives. I got so excited, I just had to come on public access and tell you about it. To look at me, you would never suspect I was a semi-non-orgasmic woman. This means that it was possible for me to have an orgasm, but highly unlikely. To me, the term sexual freedom meant freedom from having to have sex. And then along came good vibrations. And was I surprised? Now I'm a regular cat on a hot tin roof."
Really, Tomlin, boy. The movie is called The Search for
Signs of Intelligent Life in the Universe.
Yes.
You got it.
That's it. And when does it open?
It opens tomorrow here in L.A., and it opens around the country in the next few weeks, you know, by Thanksgiving.
So look in your newspapers around the country and check her out. This is Lily.
Orion Pictures invites you to meet Fred Tate in a world of achievement and excellence.
You're a poet, a painter.
Acclaim and rivalry, experience and innocence.
It's
not so much what he knows, but what he understands.
Jodie Foster.
He's gonna be different.
Diane Wiest, Harry Connick Jr., and introducing Adam Hong Bird, Little Man Tate, rated PG. Now playing in select cities.
Any knucklehead can score. Who said that? You did. Oh, yeah. As I was saying, any knucklehead can score, but rebounding takes brains. And wit, and good looks, and charm, and a nice haircut, and a warm heart, and big shoes, and a kind disposition, and a beautiful smile, and a certain savoir-faire. Don't you agree? Most certainly. And a catchy slogan, and a nice logo.
Some people perspire.
We sweat.
The only protection for us?
New Ara XX Sports Scent.
It's the only leading sports solid that doesn't leave a white flaky mess.
New Ara XX Sports Scent helps keep us extra
dry.
Tonight on the Adventure Channel, join explorer Marceau Soulamer as he unlocks the mystery of the Great Barrier Reef.
Still going. Nothing outlasts the Energizer. They keep going and going.
Listen, listen to the sounds of a whole other world. In apple cinnamon Cheerios. Hey!
Real apples, whole grain oats, and cinnamon make every O taste as good as it sounds.
Listen to the sounds of a whole other world. Apple cinnamon Cheerios. Listen.
A grapefruit drink that's actually sweet? Yep. New Ocean Spray Ruby Red grapefruit juice drink. It's got a sweet taste that's really different. Say this is grapefruit juice. This is Ruby Red. Grapefruit juice? Ruby Red. Yeah, it's got a surprisingly sweet taste that grapefruit juice never had.
It's sweet.
New Ocean Spray Ruby Red grapefruit juice drink, because there's grapefruit juice. And now there's surprisingly sweet Ruby Red.
My next guest is very good at playing very bad ladies. She likes to call them Twisted Sisters. You've seen her play roles in such movies as Black Widow and Impulse. Now she has a new movie called Whore, or as I like to say, Ho. Here's a clip.
Come here, sweetheart. Now then, you have two choices, honey. You can haul ass yourself, or we haul you off and take you in.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir, really, sir, but I was just wondering, were you gonna have me jog alongside of you, or were you gonna cuff me to your spoke?
Theresa Russell.
I was about to tell them during the commercial, but we came back a little quick. I saw an advertisement for the movie in the newspaper, and they won't even print the title. This is a very conservative paper, but it's right there. Horror is under that thing.
If you can't say it, just see it.
Yeah, if you can't say it, just see it. Is this, I mean, how can you sell this movie if they won't print the word horror?
Well, lovely people like you come and let me talk about it.
Yeah, you actually love the movie and recommend it to 8th graders.
Well, you know, that's not fair. I said, what I object to about the NC-17 rating is, if I had a daughter that was 15 and she was thinking of going into prostitution as a career opportunity, I would say, go see this movie, you know? I mean, that's all. I think it's unfortunate, you know, that instead of the more kind of horror with the heart of gold and the fantasy idea about prostitution, that this isn't like that. Although, I mean, it's funny and it's stylized and whatever, but it's, the core of it is very realistic, so.
Right. Because I guess a lot of young women, if they see Pretty Woman, they don't get to see the ugly side of the business.
Yeah, I mean, I'm nothing against Pretty Woman, but maybe it's important to have this as kind of an anecdote to it. You know, these sort of films should be seen as well. So.
Yeah.
But it's not all that serious. I don't know if you saw it.
Yes, I saw it. I saw it. Actually, it's interesting because sometimes you talk to us.
Yeah, right.
And it's an interesting movie. You should check it out if you can find it. They might not put the thing on the marquee, you know? I mean, you have to guess, is whore in here?
You're psychic about it.
Where's the whore? How did you find the script?
Well, Ken Russell, first he wanted to meet with me, and he wouldn't let me read it before I met with him. So I said, well, okay, I'll you know, meet with you. And then I read it, and then I turned it down because I was just very afraid of it. I mean, I was afraid of the whole subject matter. I was afraid of addressing the camera. I was afraid of being boring. You know, I mean, could anybody really watch me for 5 minutes straight just looking in the camera and all that? And so I said no, and then he said, well, I'm not going to do it explicitly. And I went back and I kept thinking about it. I said, well, where exactly are you going to put that camera then? You know, I mean, if it's not going to show what's being said. You know? So then he reassured me, and I'm kind of weird. If I'm afraid of doing something, that generally means I have to do it. So that's why I did it.
I got a bunch of questions, so let's take a quick commercial and come back and do it, okay? Okay.
We guarantee the low fixed rate on your home equity loan will never go up. Listen to homeowner John Hahn.
I wanted to know that my payment would be X number of dollars every month, and I didn't have to worry about it too.
Call the money store right now. 1-800-LOAN-YES.
I got a problem. I just heard what Cadillac has shipped me this month. And I have more than 100 new 91 Cadillacs left to sell before the new cars get here. If I don't, it'll cost me a ton of money. I'm Erwin Weil at Weil Cadillac in Libertyville. Buy a new 91 this week and I'll knock off up to 25%. I'm not talking cash back. I'm not talking free car phones or trips to Disneyland. I'm talking 25% off on a brand new 91 Cadillac. Help me out. I'll make it worth your while at Weil Cadillac in Libertyville.
Don't worry, call the CarX man.
My dad taught me everything I know about cars. He only got one thing wrong. He never told me to bring my car to CarX for brakes.
I always went some other place.
Why go to some other place? Right now, save 10% on CarX's complete professional brake service. 10%.
Do you think you get expert work like this for so little at some other place?
What other place?
Rattle, rattle, thunder, clatter, boom, boom, boom. Don't worry, call the CarX man.
The best mystery movie of the year.
Am I going crazy here?
I tried to kill you once. Why not try it again?
No!
That wasn't me. That was somebody else.
Your wife's been covering up for you all along.
Heart-pounding, pulsating, suspense. Shattered. Rated R.
Starts Friday at a theater near you.
It's a whole lot more than a four-door. It's a great new way to the great outdoors. Think of all the things it's perfect for. It's a whole lot more than a four-door. The new Expo LRV Sport Wagon from Mitsubishi. Maneuverable, comfortable, just the right size. It comfortably seats 5. It's also available with all-wheel drive. Even if you're just going to the store. It's a whole lot more than a four-door. The Expo LRV Sport Wagon from Mitsubishi. The word is getting around.
Turn your home improvement plans into reality. It's easy with an FHA Title I loan from the Money Store. Government insured and no equity is required. Call the Money Store. 1-800-LOAN-YES.
Let's see.
What are you saying?
That's for you. That's for you. In this movie, you fake orgasm as whores have to do.
What, only horse girls? Come on.
Okay, that brings an interesting angle. Forget my question.
No, I don't want to forget.
No, but have you ever faked orgasm in real life?
Oh, shut up. Have you?
I mean, because then that answers the research question, you know, but all
maybe there's a little whore in all of us, maybe. I mean,
well, no, just the desire to satisfy men, probably. But Is that common? Do women fake
Not
orgasm?
common. I don't. I like having orgasms, so
Yeah.
I generally
Yeah. And I guess if you fake them, then a guy won't know what's missing. You know?
don't. True.
Yeah. So you can't fake it. You got to say, no, not quite.
You can't go yet.
Stick around, pal.
Where are we going?
I don't know. Do you think that movies portray sex accurately?
Well, that's an interesting question. I mean, I'm getting a bit puzzled. Maybe you can help me with this. Why is it when every movie I ever see that has a love scene or sex scene or whatever, the girl is always on top? Why is she always on top? I mean, am I doing something wrong? I mean, do you always do it? Is the girl always on top?
Okay, here's my evaluation of the situation.
I mean, being on top is fun, but it seems like that is the only way people do it these days. You know, I feel like they're old-fashioned.
I find that women like to be in control, and I thought that was the preferred position if a man's ego can handle it.
Well, why not all positions is my question. Like whenever you go to the movies, it's like you feel weird because that's the only way they ever show it is the girl.
Well, you're right, and what Prince,
I think it's
Prince
because
has
it's male directors and they like it that way or something like that. I did a film called Impulse, and there was a love scene in that, and I was not on top, and it was directed by Sandra Locke, so there you go.
No, but I was the new record by Prince where he says there are 23 positions in.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, so you got to get to those others. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, come on, get off. There's 22 more. You know.
And I'm sure you know them all well.
Oh, I know 16, 17 maybe, but 23, you're on the chandelier with Tarzan noises. I don't know how you even get to that. But
23 is sort of a lot, isn't it?
17 is enough. Okay, this movie is already open, and they can go out and check it out right now. We got to take another quick commercial. Stick around. Tevin Campbell is here. I want you to see this number, okay?
Great, yeah,
Stick around. The movie is called Whore.
Yo, think about it. A pajama jammy jam.
I don't know what you come to do.
It's the slamminest party ever. House Party 2. Rated R. Starts Wednesday, October 23rd at a theater near you.
I got it.
Hi, guys.
Okay, we got some soda. OJ, purple stuff, Sunny Delight.
Sunny Delight.
Yeah. What's in this? Tastes like orange and tangerine. Yeah, lime. Some healthy junk, too.
Whoa.
What are you doing?
I'm thirsty.
What?
Problem, guys?
Way to be, Mrs. Jackson.
Come on. Yes,
Sunny Delight, the good stuff kids go for.
Who wants some more?
Does the sniffling and sneezing that's keeping you up at night tell you your cold pill isn't doing all it should? Does your coughing and sore throat give you the feeling those tiny time pills aren't so advanced? Then it's time to try the new NyQuil Liquid Cap. It has the relief you expect of liquid medicines for coughs and sore throats, plus relief for sneezing and congestion. The Vicks NyQuil Liquid Cap, the very first nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, sore throat fever so you can rest. Liquid Cap.
We're putting some new choices on Wendy's Super Value menu, like our new Caesar side salad and Junior Cheeseburger Deluxe, 99 cents each. With what things cost, it's nice to get a break once in a while.
Now get 9 delicious choices for 99 cents each at Wendy's.
I want to show you why my Dirt Devil is the world's best-selling corded hand vacuum. Okay, Sam. Now, the toughest test for any vacuum is pet hair. So I gave my Dirt Devil a strong motor and a revolving brush just like an upright. And if it's powerful enough to clean up this mess, imagine what it can do with a dirty carpet. You could say Dirt Devil is man's best friend. Well, almost. So get a Dirt Devil and put the power of an upright in the palm of your hand.
As usual, my brother found a way to get me in trouble. And by the time I got out, our bus was gone. And so was he. That's when I started running. Because no way was I going to let him beat me home.
At AT&T, we know every great athlete has been inspired by someone. As a proud sponsor of the U.S. Olympic team, we salute them all.
My brother. He still gets a kick out of seeing me run.
Oh, 19. This young man has so much talent. He's been compared to Michael Jackson, Sammy Davis Jr., but he's really very special in his own right, debuting his new single, Tell Me What You Want Me to Do. From his forthcoming album, T-E-V-I-N, this is Tevin Campbell.
I just can't stand this anymore. How am I supposed to fall asleep with this pain? I could take one of those nighttime pain relievers with a sleep ingredient. But all I really need is Advil to help stop the pain that's keeping me up. Just Advil. That's all I want. Without the extra sleep ingredient, I don't want. Advil is so effective, it relieves the pain, so I can get to sleep.
Discover the relief of Advil at bedtime. Advil, advanced medicine for pain.
Only in People, once beaten and broken, courageous Miss America reveals her gentle lover's violent side, why she returned for more and more, how she finally escaped. Then Full House's nice John Stamos now a bad guy. People, pick up a copy today.
You say your eyes are red, irritated, dry? Don't hide them. Help them with Clear Eyes. It gets rid of the redness and has an extra moisturizing ingredient, too. Clear Eyes. And for allergies and colds, Clear Eyes ACR.
Isabella, I'm at Sport Mart. They've gone off the deep end on shoes, up to 60% off. Yeah, now through Monday, Columbus Day. Top brand athletic shoes at final reductions up to 60% off Sport Mart's low everyday prices. The hottest styles for the entire family, many under $30 a pair. Some even $14.92. Sport Mart's got shiploads of shoes for running, biking, basketball, tennis, golf, and more. Every major brand, thousands of pairs, up to 60% off. Many as low as $14.92. Isabella, this Sport Mart is a whole new world.
Bring your car to my Lex. It's what you've got to do. Hey, bring your car to my Lex. Your car will run like new. Hey,
tune-ups and brakes.
Lex.
We got what it takes.
Lex.
Our expertise
Lex.
keeps your car in shape.
Lex. Bring your car to my Lex. What you need is what we got. Hey, bring your car to my Lex so your car can start and stop.
Tune-ups from $44.95. Brakes $59.95 per axle. Check your yellow pages for participating dealers.
He's alive, and he's here, and he wants revenge because I sent him to prison.
Scary, suspenseful, chilling.
Things to live for.
A flashy thriller.
I'm fighting for what used to be my life.
Don't wait for me!
I'm gonna do something far worse than kill you.
Denzel Washington, John Lithgow, Ice-T, Ricochet.
You're gonna be cool here.
Rated R, now playing at a theater near you.
Yeah!
Yes. Be comfortable. You at home, man. You've grown up on this couch, actually.
Yeah.
And your voice is changing.
Yeah, it's changing, definitely. We've had a little problem with that, but we've managed to take care of that.
Yeah. How?
But for you, we practiced for like 2 days. So.
Yeah. So like you do an album, and by the time it comes out, you're a different guy.
Yes. Yes, that's very true. But the album, in the process of doing the album, my voice was already changed. So
yeah.
We didn't really have as much of a hard time as we did last year.
Let's see. We got to get out of here because I want to mention that his birthday is the 12th of November, and the album comes out on the 19th.
19th.
Yeah. So go to your record stores and get it. This is Tevin Campbell. Peace.